What if the only thing separating a hero from a demon is a single moment of kindness? Before we dive into a heartbreaking story, here's something a lot of fans forget. Daki and Gyutaro first crossed paths with Doma as kids. But Nezuko and Tanjiro, they were lucky enough to be found by a Giyu, a Hashira. That one thing you should keep in your mind while watching this video. I've broken down this video into 7 parts. It'll make it easier to really understand Daki and Gyutaro's characters in Demon Slayer. 7 parts are shown on the screen, and the last one? That's something I'm keeping hidden. You'll only find out if you watch till the very end. After watching complete video, let me know in the comments. Did your perspective on them change? Yes or no? Do you see them differently now than before? Let's start the video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most compelling and, dare I say, misunderstood stories in all of Demon Slayer. We're talking about the sibling demons of the entertainment district, Daki and Gyutaro. You've seen the series rated manga. You've marveled at their fight scenes. You've probably felt a wave of sympathy for their heartbreaking backstory. But for all their popularity, a surprising number of people completely miss the central tragedy of their characters. They're not just villains with a sad past. They are a profound, uncomfortable lesson about how the world can forge monsters. And today, we're going to break down exactly why. A Hell on Earth, in which we will discuss the life before they ever became demons. To understand them, we have to go back to where they came from, the Yoshiwara Entertainment District. But not the flashy, beautiful part we see on the surface. They were born in the lowest caste, the Rashomon riverbank, a literal dump for sick prostitutes. It was a world that they described as a battlefield where she had no allies, only exploiters. Their lives were a relentless cycle of hell from the moment they were born. This isn't just a grim setting, it's the foundation of their very being. Gyutaro's cursed existence. His life was misery from the start. His suffering began before he even took his first breath. He was born with a disfigured appearance because his mother had congenital syphilis. His mother, a mentally ill, tried to kill him many times as a baby. Can you imagine surviving that, only to be bullied and detested by everyone he met? He was seen as nothing but a burden, and his life was a testament to the world's cruelty. This constant dehumanization led him to a twisted philosophy. If he was going to be feared, he might as well embrace it. He became a debt collector and took pride in his ugliness, finding power in the terror it provoked. But things start to change for him when Ume was born. The real name of Daki, Gyutaro, remember when he was near to die and see Daki crying because she doesn't want to die. He cursed Doma as well. In chapter 96, as their souls fade, Gyutaro spits curses at Doma, blaming him for their damned fate, while Doma just smiles, unfazed by the hatred. Let's talk about Daki now, the fragile beauty of his sister, Ume. Her looks were a blessing, and in the end, turn into a curse as well, when Ume was born. Unlike her brother, she was incredibly beautiful. She was the only good thing in his life, and he worked tirelessly to protect her. This was their one ray of hope. But of course, in this story, hope is a lie. When Ume was just 13, a samurai abused his brother. She defended her brother by stabbing a samurai in the eye. For this action, her punishment, she was tied up and burned alive. That singular brutal event confirmed everything Gyutaro had ever felt. The world was an irredeemable place that would crush even the most cherished, beautiful thing. He found her burnt body and carried her through the streets, bleeding out himself, begging for help. But no one would help them due to their reputation and circumstances. Right as they were about to die, an upper moon demon named Doma found them and helped by offering them a choice: die or become demons. They had no other choice. Love corrupted. Their bond was strong, just like Tanjiro and Nezuko, but twisted by pain and hate. Their demonhood is not an escape from their past. It's a climax of it. Gyutaro's love for Ume became a toxic, vengeful force. He regrets the negative influence he had on her, but his possessive need to protect her prevents her from growing up. This is why Daki, even at over 100 years old, is very childish and prone to throwing tantrums. She never had the chance to mature. She was shielded and validated by her brother. In the series, we also discover her childish behavior. And here's a key detail. Gyutaro literally live inside Daki, providing her with a third eye to monitor her battles. It's a physical representation of their toxic dependence on one another. She can't stand on her own because he's always there, enabling her immaturity and fueling her cruelty. But their evil deeds, indefensible present as their crimes, can't be ignored. So why do people completely don't understand them? It's because the show asks us to hold two conflicting ideas in our heads at once. Their past is incredibly tragic, but their present is indefensible. The narrative gives us every reason to feel empathy for them as humans, but it does not, for a single moment, excuse their actions as demons. Daki and Gyutaro didn't just go after the powerful who wronged them. They mostly preyed on vulnerable women forced into adultery. Daki was abusive towards young women and killed a kind Oiran who was only trying to help. They became the very monsters who had once oppressed them. This is the truth that's difficult to swallow. But if we compared to other demons like Akaza's, whose turn to villainy was a response to a specific, singular betrayal, Gyutaro and Daki never had a happy moment. Their suffering was a constant bullying and torture. Their villainy isn't born of a single event. It's a total, all-encompassing nihilistic resentment toward the entire human condition. After watching Infinity Castle, Akaza's story moved fans with his regret and lost humanity. Compared to Daki and Gyutaro, whose misery started as powerless children abandoned by the world, Akaza's Infinity Castle story feels less tragic since his downfall came more from the choices he made rather than being doomed from birth. If you'd like me to dive deeper into Akaza's story in another video, let me know in the comments below. Now let's discuss the Black Mirror idea, which is hidden part for you guys. In the end, Daki and Gyutaro aren't heroes or anti-heroes. They are a dark mirror to Tanjiro and Nezuko. Both pairs were left for dead and found by a powerful demon. But while Tanjiro and Nezuko were saved by a Giyu who offered them a chance to retain their humanity, Daki and Gyutaro were saved by a demon who cemented their monstrousness as the only way to survive. Both pairs are bound by deep sibling love. But Tanjiro's love equals compassion, selflessness, protecting others. Gyutaro's love equals resentment, selfishness, destroying others. If Tanjiro and Nezuko represent hope despite suffering, then Gyutaro and Daki represent despair born from suffering. It's almost like the author, Gotuj, used Daki and Gyutaro to show what Tanjiro and Nezuko could have become if just one thing was different. If Nezuko had been found by Doma instead of Giyu. If Tanjiro had embraced hatred instead of compassion. They are two sides of the same coin. I hope this will be helpful for you to understand them know. That's why I told you to remember Doma and Giyu. Doma played a big role in shaping the tragic path of Daki and Gyutaro. Giyu became a turning point for Nezuko and Tanjiro, one Hashira leading them toward hope, the other demon dragging them deeper into despair. Their story is a testament to the brutal honesty of Demon Slayer. It's a show that understands that the line between a hero and a villain is often just a few key moments of kindness and circumstance. And that is why, despite their monstrous deeds, their legacy is one of the most compelling and profoundly tragic in all of anime.